Hi everyone. Yay, we're on. Hi, it's Annemiek from the Academy for Soul-Based Coaching. I'm here with Paloma White. Hey Paloma.
Hi.
Tell me, who are you in this context?
Yes, I am a certified soul-based coach. I have also been very active in the Academy for Soul-Based Coaching as a trainer for the Invoke certification year-long program, working very intimately with Annemiek over the years, and so grateful for it. And
Yeah,
basically just working as a soul-based coach full-time, self-employed.
fantastic. Yes. And we were just chatting, and this topic is just so juicy for everyone to know about. Because you were sharing about how you're in a, shall we say, a tumultuous time in your personal life
Yes.
in the past couple of months. You want to share anything about it, or just kind of give us a flavor of what it's been like for you?
Yeah, well, life has its ups and downs, and I've been experiencing a very emotionally intense period with lots of integration, like opportunities for integration, for emotional healing, triggers coming up. And it's been interesting to just kind of observe it happening, because I'm someone who's done a lot of reading and learning about the emotional world and how it all works and unfolds, and about healing in general. So it's like I've been in the storm, but also observing it and using a lot of the reason I've been able to navigate this as well as I have been able to is thanks to the tools, the skill set that I've acquired through being a soul-based coach. So the same skills I bring to my sessions for my clients, I've been able to gift myself, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's such a, oh God, yeah. I can't imagine living my life and the ups and downs of just humaning
Yes,
without this skill set for sure. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And you were also sharing about how it's been helping you, how the work itself has been filling your cup, right? Because it's one thing to
Yes.
use your own coaching skills for yourself, right, or on yourself,
Yeah.
which is brilliant. It can be super helpful, but it had another dimension for you, didn't it?
Yeah. So again, through this whole period, I've been prioritizing self-care, and I have like my list in my head of all the things that I can turn to, all the people, all the ways I can support myself. And actually on that list is my client sessions, because I know, and I've been kind of like asking the universe to bring me clients as an act of self-care, because these sessions, um, they in no way deplete my energy or my cup, so to speak. They really fill it up, because of the way that I don't have to I'm showing up, I'm holding space, and I don't need to make anything happen for my client. I can just hold space, I can receive them, and there's a relaxation that comes with that. And I notice how after every session, I feel lighter, I feel more grounded, more centered, more able to take on the next layer of healing that's coming my way, right? Those
Mm.
emotions that I'm navigating these days that are really the surface of, let's say, that water is very stormy, and every session makes me feel more resilient to
Mm.
handle it all. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just need to add that Pluma is a brilliant coach, and when she says I just hold space, she does. And there's a couple of other really highly skilled things that she will do to help her clients um, get to the change or transformation or healing that they want. But yes, this is what it feels like for you, right?
Well, yeah, and that's actually part of that is what's also help relieving or enjoyable for me, is that modeling that I'm doing. It's activating also a part of the brain that for me is like a it's relaxing, or in the way that people find manual like handiwork enjoyable. It's like it's activating a part of my brain that's more like a puzzle solving, or we call it modeling. Yes. So it is, like you said, it's not just holding space. There's that energetic component, very yin energy, but there's also this kind of, for me, it's a playful activity of following the framework, which is very robust, leaning into that framework, following the steps, so to speak, which aren't really like a ABC type of steps. It's more of a fluid framework that we follow. But that whole process, again, is very soothing to my nervous system to get to do that for an hour with my client, with that energy of like, let's see where this goes, but also with the confidence that it's like, it's so interesting how we're opening the stage to whatever wants to happen and needs to be there, present, and what is alive for them. But we're also really good at channeling the change process on where, like, into the heart of what they want to have happen and what their system wants to have happen. So it's like this, the satisfaction of relaxation, but also very highly focused work at the same time. That's soul-based coaching is like the perfect, finds that perfect balance between.
Yeah, beautiful. It's like when you're listening and you haven't had an experience with soul-based coaching, it's almost always hard to put words to it, because it's kind of like a process that is both really practical and grounded, and also highly like mythical or magical when you look at what unfolds and what happens. So it's not easy to give words to it that will immediately satisfy all the logical minds of everyone watching this. But I love how your system is kind of putting all these bits in place. So there's this kind of yin receiving kind of energy that is at the basis of our sessions. But then there's also, you were mentioning the modeling, which is kind of like our brain. With our brain, there is something that we do in our minds, kind of making sense of our client's experience and helping them become more aware of how things are within their internal landscapes. And by that, activating their inner capacity for healing and change, right? So lots of words. If you want to know about how that works, come and join us, because we have a really cool short training coming up, so that you can have a really good taste and experience of it. Yes, so there it is. Self-care actually for you means work. Let's have some client sessions in the schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, I recognize this because when you were saying that, I was like, actually, when I'm on holiday, and especially when it's like, summer holiday, 3 weeks away with my family, I love it. I love being with my husband and my daughter. It's totally fine and cool. And there is something that I really start to miss after a while, because when I'm on holiday and we're camping, I'm not, well, actually, no, last couple of years, I'm not going out to do my meditation at the beginning of the day. I did for a while. I did that. And so there's this part of me that starts to kind of go, oh, there's something that I'm missing. There's something that really like replenishes me on a very deep level. And I get that from when I do my client sessions too.
Yeah.
And when we're training for the academy, like when we're in this space of where we do this work, it has that instant tapping into those deeper levels for me as well. That is so rejuvenating, and so they just kind of take me straight to my connection with source, without it needing to be anything for our clients, right? We're not, well, we could do some presencing or like a little embodiment exercise at the beginning of our sessions, but it's not that we're going to make our clients do a specific kind of thing. It's weaving into the way of working that gives us that boost, or that, I don't know, that taps us into that source, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. And what you're saying, what's coming up for me is like, I think it's very part of our, I could say, DNA as humans to hold space for one another. And I think that's why it's so satisfying, because we're practicing that deep capacity that we all have, that we all enjoy, for deep connection. And that happens when we hold space.
Yeah.
With these yin qualities. And something else I wanted to say is that I still have to pinch myself right after every session. It's been 5 years now that I've been doing this work. And I kid you not, like after, when I close every session, I have to verbalize something like, I can't, like, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. It's like, and I haven't been as visible lately in my social media because of everything going on for me. I've allowed myself to take a step back. But I've noticed, I was happy we were doing this call today, because I was like noticing that, like, I want to get this out, to express this joy. It's really just pure joy that I get from this work.
Yeah.
And I love how I was just telling my mom yesterday, it's like, yeah, I have a job that's a perfect match to my affinities, my gifts, the way my brain works, the way I work. It's like, I'm so grateful to you, Annemiek, really every day.
I'm so happy that, we've been able to give you this, and it does suit you so well. It's just gorgeous to see. Could you say something about, because I think this is something that you're very, you made this happen, right? Because yes, there's this beautiful way of working, but then you were also very, very specific in what it is that you want from how you have, work in your life. Do you want to say anything about what's making it such a yummy, good setup for you?
Yes, I think it's the minimalism of it, honestly. I live from about 5 to 8 something. Right now it's 5 to 8 sessions a week, so it's about one session a day. I throw in some marketing attempts here and there, but a lot of it is I spend a lot of time with my inner work, my manifestation work, you could call it, with this aspect of the marketing as well, of the business part. But it's like that's where I'm like, wow, I can do so many other things with my life, and this is holding me financially. It's fulfilling me professionally. It's like this box is checked, and like you said, I did come in with a very clear desire for my professional life of being self-employed, being my own boss, creating my own hours, having that flexibility. I'm a highly sensitive person, and I function best when I have a lot of flexibility of how my day unfolds, and being able to just stop what I'm doing to be with a trigger that's come up, move through those feelings. So to have a job that allows me that flexibility to take 2 months essentially off of my marketing efforts like I have now, and still see clients coming in. It's like, oh, okay, the universe has me, this job has me,
Yeah, it's so beautiful, and it has you in like so many different ways, right? It's providing you with the money, it's providing you with the time, it's providing you with that essence of filling your cup. Isn't it gorgeous and beautiful? I like, right? Yeah, so we want you, everyone, we want you to know it's possible, and soul-based coaching is your way. We don't know, come and find out, we would say, as you're here. There's probably something that draws you in, but it is absolutely possible to create that dream, that life that you really dream of, that you really long for. Does that mean it's always easy? Right? There's definitely some barriers, some obstacles, some whatever you want to call it, to work through. So I know, Paloma, you've put in a lot of really focused effort. I think some working really hard, and then some very consciously not working very hard, like kind of trying out where that kind of the right mix for you was and is at any given
a
time.
lot, very hard in terms of the hustle. I've had to deal with my own inner world relative to work and being self-employed, and kind of thinking about work all the time. But the actual like hours put in is
well, thinking about work, I think for our tax office, we're supposed to have all these timesheets. I think that counts. So you know, it's all relative.
It's a journey, the entrepreneurial journey.
Well, that's it. I think that's important for people to realize that it's not well, here you have it, kind of, there you go. But it is a very, very fulfilling path to walk.
For me, it's the only one. And I think for many people, it's what makes sense. But again, like if you're watching this and you're like, well, maybe the skills that you learn from soul-based coaching, you can also apply them if you in your 9-to-5 job as maybe you're a counselor somewhere, or, you know. So you don't have to be an entrepreneur or self-employed.
For sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. For sure. Yeah. Thank you, Paloma, for sharing. And if you're watching this and you're curious, then do come and join us for our next 5-day training. There's a brand new one that we're going to be starting week after next. We'll make sure to drop the link in the comments, because that'll be an excellent time to dive in and develop some of those practices, these coaching practices for yourself, so that you can use them in every conversation that you're in, but that you can also start to really feel into, what is this different paradigm? What is this different way of working that really honors the embodied knowing and our soul wisdom as clients and as humans. So we're excited to have you join us. And also, if you know anyone else who should know about this, please spread the word, because the skill set that we'll be teaching is going to be super useful to navigate all of the turmoil in the world that is happening at the moment. So Paloma sharing about her personal life. Our personal and collective lives are pretty tumultuous at the moment. Yeah, you'll really want to have these skills ready and available for you.
Yes.
Yeah, would you agree?
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Paloma, so much. Thanks everyone for watching. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments or just write us a PM or an email. We're happy to help. All right. Enjoy, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.